Assalamualaikum and hi. Today I'm Anie Fatimah, student ID 210000495. Will be presenting noting demonstration for assignment to outdoor recreation. Firstly, demonstration flow. First one, reef or square knot. Second, single sheet band knot and double sheet band knot. Third, single bowline knot and double bowline knot. Fourth, clove hitch knot. Fifth, figure of 8 and figure of 8 loop. And 6 is the same as the fifth one. Firstly, reef or square knot. Firstly, bring two ends of the same cord together. In this case, left over right. Second, tie a half knot and see how the two and twin knots part spiral to the left. Third, bring the two ends back together, but this time right over left. Tie a second half knot. Note that the two and twin parts helix to the left, counterclockwise the opposite of the half knot. Next, single sheet band knot. Firstly, create a bight in the end of the rope to be tied. Second, take the second rope and tuck it up through the bight. Third, pass the working end beneath the bight. Tuck the working end beneath itself in such a way that both short ends are located on the same side of the completed knot. This is the completed knot. Next, double sheet band knot. Firstly, make a bight in the larger of two ropes to be joined. Second, tuck the second line and tuck it up through the bight. Third, bring the end around and beneath the bight in the other rope. Fourth, tuck the working end beneath itself so both short ends are located on the same side of the knot. And fifth, bring the working end around and beneath the bight in its own standing line once again, keeping it to the right of the original pass. And lastly, after that, tighten the knot and done. This is the completed knot. Next, single bowline knot. Firstly, lay the rope across your left hand with the free end hanging down. Form a small loop in the line in your hand. Second, bring the free end out to and pass through the eye from the other side and wrap the line around the standing line and back down through the loop. And lastly, tighten the knot by pulling on free end while holding standing line. This is the completed knot. Next, double bowline knot. Firstly, lay the rope across your left hand with the free end hanging down. Form a small loop in the line in your hand. Repeat it. Third, bring the free end up to and pass through both small loops from the other side. Fourth, wrap the line around the standing line and back down through the two loops. And lastly, tighten the knot by pulling on free end while holding the standing line. So, this is the completed knot after we tighten it. Next, clove hitch knot. Firstly, we have to hang the rope from the support, which is the object. And next, loop the end of the rope around the support. Third, pass the end of the rope from behind the rope. Fourth, pull both ends of the rope to tighten. And lastly, the clove hitch knot will be completed. Fifth, figure of 8. Firstly, take the working end of your rope and make a single loop. Second, pass the working end over the top of the standing end. Make a second loop now with the working end passing over the top of the standing end. Pass the working end of the rope through the first loop that you just made and pull the rope of both ends to tighten the knot as desired. Lastly, figure of 8 loop. Firstly, make a loop with a bight of rope. Next, pass the end through the loop. Pull both ends to tighten and the completed knot will form a loop. This is the knot completed. That's all from me. Thank you.